Hey Hooper, it's Deanne Love here. Welcome to day 23 of our 30 days in flow. Before we get started, make sure that you subscribe to this YouTube channel. And after this, head over to learn.hooplovers.tv to grab your free 30 days in flow, because every day there's techniques, there's prompts, there's questions, and there's a playlist. Also, while you're over there on learn.hooplovers.tv, of course, there's going to be links below and you can see all of that cool stuff. But if there's anything there that will support you, there are so many things there that can support you. I've made every single course to help and support you. There are free ones and there are paid ones. And if you do choose any of the paid ones, then don't forget to use the code HOOP20 because you get 20% off. Let's get started, because today's technique is respect. Can we just bring it in? A lot of respect for the process. It can be challenging. It's easy to give up. Respect for the flow, respect for the benefits and the feelings and the energy that devotion to practice brings out. So our 4 tricks today, we're going to tweak a little. We're going to give some variations. There's pulsing isolations, mandala, prayer hands, and then isolation. Now we know these ones, but can you start to dig a little deeper and bring in some new variations? I'm going to share some new variations today. So the first pulsing isolation could look like this, where you have your hand on the top and you roll that top kind of quarter. But I'm going to take my hand on the inside like a pencil grip, and I'm going to roll over to one side. This is my right hand is kind of over to the left. And then as I bring my right hand over to the right, I'm going to let go and let it roll over. So now I've got my thumb facing down, thumb facing up, thumb facing down. Now, if I just roll in this quadrant or this little like slice of pizza right here, cool, fun, interesting, little bit of a shoulder warm up. But if I start to move while I'm simply doing this, grip change, side to side. But if I bring my arm up and down, if I move my hips side to side, if I open through my rib cage, whole other vibe. I would highly recommend that you try this whole other vibe in all of your tricks. Once you start to get the foundations and the understanding of the pathway, then can you bring some new energy? Can you respect how you're feeling in the moment and move what you are feeling? Yes. What is the other arm doing? Can you go in opposite directions? What if you take it higher, lower, all around? One simple trick can turn into a complete hoop session that unlocks so much. Okay, now we want to go and flow into mandalas. And mandalas are often the spinning moves behind the back, but we're going to do a different variation today. We're going to do a yin-yang mandala, which looks like this. Very cool for indoor practice. So let's take a look at breaking it down first. I'm going to start with my right hand. You might start with your left. And what you're going to do is have your thumb up, and then you want to bend at the elbow and bring your hoop behind you. Hopefully you can catch somewhere kind of centered with your palm up. And then you're going to grab the hoop and do exactly the same. Thumb is up, take it towards the crown of your head, catch at 6 o'clock. And so it's this very symmetrical move. One side and then the other. But we have come from here. So what you're going to do is you can rotate or push the hoop out, because essentially you want to have your thumb up and then take it into the back plane. So if you are using your right hand, when you get to this point, your thumb will be down. If you rotate the hoop, your thumb will be up, and then you can take it behind. And then of course, the same on your left hand. When your thumb is down, rotate the hoop out and then bring it in behind you. And you can do some cool stalls there. You can do some framing. So you bring it out and you might work here first, play with it, and then go into your behind the back mandala. TikTok, no, yin yang. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to go into a prayer hands. Now there are a few different ways and you get to choose here. Would you like to keep the hoop behind you and turn towards it and then move into a prayer hand mandala? I'll break that down soon. Or would you like to bring it back into the front plane? So this is a back plane move, behind the back. So if you want to bring it to the front plane, what you might do is the next time, if you're right hand dominant, the next time you take it out to the side, you can simply draw in. So the next time you would normally go behind the back, but you're out to the side, thumb up, you can draw in, or you can start spinning in. If something happens and you're like, oh, I'm a bit stuck and I don't really know where to go, you might want to, you could bring it and hinge it, give yourself some time and then play. Because, or again, if the hoop was in the back plane, and what you would want to do, instead of catching it at the base, you could catch inside, come to the front, and then two hands together. So whether you turn towards it or you bring it to your front plane, you're going to have your pinkies together, your thumbs together, your palms together, facing towards me, keep them facing towards me, and then you're going to turn. You can turn in the same direction as the hoop, or if you're feeling really spicy, you can turn in the opposite direction to the hoop. But what you really want to make sure of is that you have warmed up your shoulders and that you have enough space first. You can do it without the hoop if you like. So you want to make sure that you can keep your fingers tips towards me and that you can open up here and then go the other way. Just being mindful of the intercostals opening up through shoulder girdle and ribs. Super important. And then the cool thing that we can do is a one hand. So after we come back from we can go straight in. This is such a beautiful feeling, going from spinning to isolating. So it's like they just mesh together so beautifully and you don't need to stop. So stopping would look like, okay, I'm here and I'm turning and I'm going and that felt amazing. And then I'm like, okay, stop and then go. But can you respect the spin? So we're going all the way and you can just go into that flow straight away. Ooh, it is so good. Okay, so we have pulsing, popping, plane isolations, yin yang, mandala, into prayer hands. Any way that you want to get into it, into a one hand isolation. It is time to play. Don't let it get too clogged in your brain. Just allow whatever your muscle memory is giving to you in this moment. Respect that. Respect that your inner wisdom knows exactly what to do. Let's play. You can't get it wrong. Okay, keep enjoying. There are so many different variations that can come through, different patterns and orders, and it's just so much fun to play with. So, day 24 coming up soon. I'm going to see you tomorrow. Big hoop love. Mwah.